Recently, I've seen a lot of people comparing Gran Turismo 7 to Forza Horizon 5, and frankly, I'm tired of it. I think everyone who's talking about this topic is an uneducated poser. So I'm going to do the job of educating you this time, and then you can get the hell off of my lawn. So listen up, kiddos. You see, there's something very special about cars that one of these two games captures that the other doesn't. Not even close. But to really get you to understand, I first have to share some things that you have to understand about cars, if you really want to call yourself a car enthusiast. Cars are art. Cars are beautiful. Cars are also products, though. They have to both serve subjective purposes of beauty and also objective purposes of functionality. A car has to look good to most drivers driving them. It has to send the right message to people who see them driving those cars, particularly when you arrive to a party or whatever. But if you also need to haul things or something like that, it needs to do that too. If you have kids, it needs space in the back. But if you're not yet dead inside, it also has to have a little spring in its step and feel powerful. This sort of thing is why I personally could never drive my favorite car, the Subaru Impreza WRX STI. Firstly, not only is the name so much of a mouthful that it makes you sound like a dork, but it's also driven by vape lords who center their entire identity around the fact that they vape. They've all got to be pretend chads that walk around with polo shirts and trucker hats, but don't have 10 brain cells between them. I love the STI, but if I was gonna drive one, the stigma of being a dumb dude bro couldn't follow me around. So screw it. You know who are much cooler than Subaru drivers? Train conductors. They have class. I have class. It's a match made in heaven, really, and Kawasaki makes rolling stock, or train cars, as well as road vehicles. So if I was going to drive around in anything, it would have to be a Kawasaki Mule. Image is important after all, and I want the image of a train conductor. They're my people. Besides, I'm sure Kawasaki puts a lot of their technology from train cars into the Mule as well. They're practically the same thing if you really think about it. So the specific Mule I'd get would be the 4010, which is electric. Did you know that Kawasaki's electric train cars, or electric multiple units, also known as EMUs, are not only used in Japan, but also all the way over here in the US? The M8 is used in New York, for example, on the Harlem line, and runs from New York City all the way to Wassaic? I don't know how to say that, I'm not from New York. That may not sound particularly special if you're also uneducated about trains, which, if you're one of the people comparing Forza Horizon 5 to Gran Turismo 7 without bringing all of this up, of course you're uneducated about trains. But you have to understand that that's an 82-mile journey, and the M8 makes this journey like a champ. Let's see you drive 82 miles on train tracks and not fall off. And the tracks are important to keep in mind. Similar to how the Mule is only half a vehicle without its driver, the M8 is only half of an EMU without the tracks to keep Kawasaki and the train's conductor from getting big heads. Railway tracks have evolved a lot in the time since they were first invented. They started out susceptible to all sorts of elements and took forever to put together. It was an expensive endeavor, but it was also the main reason Westerners were able to spread all the way to the actual western parts of the United States. Before that, everyone just got dysentery and drowned in their stupid covered wagons, which no, covered wagons are not cars. I know that's what you thought, but that's why you're watching this video. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So railway track is basically the most advanced invention that the world has ever seen, and there's really only one game I know that does real justice to it. You might think it's one of the train simulator titles. You might also think it's Roller Coaster Tycoon even. Or, if you're the truest of pseudo-geniuses, I'd bet right now you're typing a silly comment about how it's Gran Turismo 7 or Forza Horizon 5. You think you're smart, don't you? But you're not. Those are games about cars, and we'll get back to that if you would stop interrupting and just hold your dang horses. Nobody cares about your covered wagons. So, Railway Track. The best game for representing the majesty of Railway Track, and ironically, the best racing game I've ever played, is... Here, let me just read the back of the box, and you tell me if you can figure it out for yourself. Build and ride. Build the most insane coasters, and ride them too. Endless hours of fun, 20 minigames, 101 attractions. Welcome to the theme park of your dreams. In Thrillville, play in an amusement park that you design. So grab a controller, grab a barf bag, and dive into some big time fun at the best park ever. Yours. Your park rocks. Minigames. Join family and friends for 4-player action. Mini golf, go-karts, arcade games, and more. Interact. Chat and joke with all of your park guests and find out what'd make your park even better. 1 to 4 players. Memory card for PS2, 650 kilobytes. Analog control. Vibration function. Ooh. Multi-tap for PS2, 2 to 4 players. E10 Plus for fantasy violence, mild lyrics, and mild suggestive themes. The rest of the fine print doesn't matter. I think you get the point by now. Listen, what I'm getting at is... I miss Test Drive.